We are looking at this 36mm Octopus in dark sunburst green dial, which is an absolute beauty with a very comfortable Jubilee bracelet. Okay, let's take a look at the dial of this watch. I saw this green dial from Octopus. I like Octopus watches, so I got this one. When I first got this watch, my first thought about the dial was that it was just too dark. Although the green shade of that sunburst on the dial is just beautiful. Honestly, as I have spent more time with this watch, the dial is very dynamic. It has grown on me. Yeah, it looks dark in most low light areas, but when it interacts with a bit of light, it has this beautiful tone of green color. I do prefer to see more of this green, but the dial just looks black in most indoor lighting situations, which, on the other hand, does give this watch a bit of understated look for having very shiny and flashy surfaces. So Octopus claims this is an enamel dial. From my little bit of research, apparently it is a glass-like material that creates a lustrous finish. The dial has this glossy, reflective nature like a dark glass. Anyways, apparently the use of this material in watchmaking was very common in 17th century until the early 20th century. Today, enamel dials are more commonly found on high-end luxury watches because of the time-consuming and difficult manufacturing process. Unfortunately, I do not own currently any high-end luxury timepiece with an enamel dial to compare to, so we just have to go with whatever we got. The case is a regular oyster case with all polished surfaces. The polishing on the case is clean and crisp with no rough edges to the naked eye. The fluted bezel is polished and the perfect size to the proportions of the whole case. The bezel finishing is clean and the light reflections on it make it a fun watch to wear. The sapphire crystal is ever so slightly raised from that bezel. I know many people are not a big fan of cyclop magnifiers on the crystal, but here it works just fine. The screw down crown is not signed and a little small to hold when adjusting time and date, but visually I like how it looks. This small size works very well with overall case and design. Moving down to the bracelet, as I have mentioned this before, the Jubilee bracelet on this watch has to be the best Jubilee I have seen on any AliExpress watches. The center links are polished and the outer surfaces are brushed. The inner side of bracelet has some kind of brushed finishes and it feels like butter on the wrist. The bracelet tapers from 20mm to almost 15mm at the clasp. It comes with the screw pins to secure the links. Many AliExpress brands can do a very decent job on oyster style bracelets, but every other Jubilee bracelet so far that I've gotten has been decent but not that great, except this Octopus. If you are a fan of Jubilee bracelet, this one is a must try, even if you will just put this one on your favorite watch or something. I'm glad they went with this style of folding clasp because it just works better with this type of watch and design. Clasp doesn't have any sharp edges. The lower part of the clasp that sits on the wrist has a shiny polished finishes and it is soft and smooth that feels very nice on the wrist. My complaint with all Octopus watches is the crystal on the Octopus watches tend to get dirtier than my other watches. Watermarks, dust, and fingerprints. It's like a magnet to griminess. I don't like to see smudges, marks, fingerprints on the crystal of my watches. Also, Octopus does not do a great job refining the operation of the crown. It's very rough and it feels not as refined as St. Martin, Baltony, or some other brands from AliExpress. Overall, I really like this watch. It does get plenty of wrist time from me because of that comfortable Jubilee bracelet, and it is a fun watch to wear. I wear it at the office or even on a night out. It has that flashy, refined look. This is it for this one. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.